went against another of the Premier League's top teams, and it could have been 3, couldn't it? So what's your mood at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been 3. I think they would have been stretching it. I think they're a very good outfit. Before the game, you're wondering, are they going to click again? Because they will do at some point. And I thought we did well to stop that from happening as a team. And they scored, and it was a scruffy one, a lucky one, dare I say it, with a strange sort of spin on the ball which takes it in. And you're wondering, but that seemed to settle us down. I don't think we were as good as we have been the last few games at that stage. We settled down a little bit, and then we scored a fine goal ourselves, and then we defended very well for the rest of the game. And of course, I mean, we had chances to break away in the second half, and one right at the end when you do wonder if we could have nicked it. But I think it would have been harsh on them, so I think we take the point.
How surprised and relieved were you that they didn't click?
I was not really surprised or relieved. You know, we believe in what we do as well. And I thought we set our stall out really early in the game. Like I say, the only thing I was worried about was not the shape. It was just a bit of the intent. It was just lacking a bit of intent. Maybe, of course, early kick-off and Boxing Day and all them things, they all play into it a little bit. But I think that grew as the game went on, and I was really pleased with our goal. It's a really, really good goal. A great finish from Millie. We only took him off because he's hopefully he's not too seriously injured, but he had a tight calf, so we had to be careful with that. Shea was the same, with just a little bit of cramp. We had to be careful with him. But the biggest thing for me is the mentality. That's growing all the time here, and it's taken us time this season. We got off to a really tough start. Everyone knows that, but once we started to correct it, we really have pushed on from that. 2 losses in 13. I know there's been a lot of draws, but it's not easy to do that in the Premier League. And I think that shows the intent and the desire to the side to keep working at getting change, not only in their performances but in results.
There's a lot of talk about mentality, and perhaps been talking about it today with his players maybe struggling to bounce back. I mean, how do you build a strong mentality?
Well, it takes time. In Pep's case, he's built it over a period, but also had a lot of money into investing and invested it very wisely. Let me make that clear. And he's a top-class manager. We as a different process. Since I've been at the club, it was a lot of there's a lot of downtrodden feeling about the club on and off the pitch, and to constantly push that away and stay positive and try and correct as many things as possible, including the finances, including the team sort of structure, the belief in the team and the belief in the fans. It's taken time, and it's been a lot of hard work, and there's still a long way to go. The new owners have talked about stability. That's their first goal, both on and off the pitch. It takes time with that because of the PSR rules. I must make it clear there's no trouble or anything there. I explained that last week. What I mean is all clubs are going to have to look at that and be inside of the right rules, which we'll have to do ourselves. So it's not an immediate fix, but I think it's what I'm getting to really is that the story's just beginning to turn again. It's just beginning to get a bit more of a positive feel, and the fans can see a bit more light instead of the ownership wondering who's going to own what. But we'll see. There's still lots of hard work to go, but there's been a lot of work done.
Thanks, Pete. We'll go to Shamoon.
Hi, Sean. Was there any sort of special plan for Haaland today? Because aside from the penalty, he didn't really have a sniff.
No, I mentioned it the other day about playing Chelsea, and I was asked about Palmer. What a great player he's turned out to be. We know Haaland is, De Bruyne, all these guys, but I believe in the team. I don't look at one aspect of it. I'm aware of it, but I believe in the team and what the team are doing, and I think they've done a good job today.
And with Jordan in goals, you always fancy him to pull off the save, don't you?
Well, you never know. I mean, it's good from the analysts as well. They work together to give him the benefit of the doubt of as many penalties as we can. But of course, credit to him because he has to make a decision on the spur of the moment. He made the right one.
Was there analysis of where he might go?
Was that what, sorry?
Was there analysis of where Haaland might put his penalty?
No, it's stats and facts. Everyone knows them nowadays. It's not hard to get them. But we are an analyst team that look into that, of course. But it's still down to the goalkeeper to make the right decision, and he did. So I'm really pleased for him and for us.
Cheers.
Hi, Sean. You've obviously been a lot of times with different teams, but because of the run that City are on, do you sense that maybe there's a little bit more anxiety in the stadium among their players than perhaps there has been in the past, something that you can take advantage of?
It's not easy to take advantage of it. It's not really about sensing it. You know it because of all the noise around it. It's the first kind of period of questions more than I wouldn't say it's negativity. I didn't feel that in the stadium, but there are more question marks than usual. And you understand why, but the prowess they've shown year after year and the manager's shown, it's the first period, and let's face it, it's pretty impressive to have this first period after all them years and all the trophies and all the rest of it. So there's certainly a maximum amount of respect for it. But they're getting questioned for the first time, heavily questioned, and does that maybe give you a better opportunity? Yes, than when they're free flowing. Because I've been here when they're absolutely free flowing and hurt our teams many times. So today was slightly different in the sense, well, okay, it still takes the power of a group to just turn that back on. I do think they are due one. I do think they will. They will open someone up with the amount of good players they've got. But our team has worked very hard to make sure that doesn't happen to us today.